A Twist in Time, Chapter 36, Battle for Etheria, Part 2. Move! We can't let the Horde win! King Bo shouts as he tries to help the princesses defend the last remaining bit of the rebellion. The rebels fight as long as they can. However, many of them hadn't slept in several days. It was getting hard to keep up their forces with such little sleep. Etheria was at a standstill. It was not going to be easy to defeat so many chipped people at once. The Ice Queen herself, Frosta, uses all her powers to defend against the zombified Etherians. Back on Prime's flagship, Miaraya's condition continues to worsen as the chip feeds on any positive energy within her. Astra had grown fond of the Flame Kitten, and much to her father's displeasure, she has a secret crush on her as well. So, Miryankna, care to walk with me? For a little while, surely you must be bored of this ship. Astra whispers in Miaraya's ear softly. As you wish, Astra. Your wish is my command. I serve in the glory. Miarayankna is quickly shushed in mid-sentence by the darker feline, who has placed her finger on Miarayankna's soft lips. No need for that. It's time for some fun. Astra smiles softly as she grabs the other feline girl's hand in her own. Queen Star walks in the room and smiles at her daughter Astra. I see. You two have been having fun. Don't go too far, my child. Yes, mother. I promise. We are only going to look at the big window of the ship to see the stars and the galaxies. Well, alright. I am having dinner with your father and the other queens. So if you two get hungry, you may come join in the festivities. Star waves to her daughter and her new friend before both girls leave the room. I wonder what Mama Cat is doing. Must be at peace like me. Chipped Miara's eyes flashed back to yellow for a quick second, as they had done a few days ago. The parasite continues to fight against the Flame Princess's strong-willed nature. Maybe it wasn't such a bad thing to have a stubborn streak after all. Suddenly, her mother comes from behind her, scratching her down the back, as her chip has nearly merged with her nervous system. Miaraya's eyes widen, as this was Prime's plan all along, to have mother and daughter fight. Astra can only stand there in shock as the two Halfmonian felines fight. Catra throws a punch her daughter's way, but Miarayankna quickly dodges it. If the two Magicats hadn't been chipped, Catra would never have attacked her beloved daughter. The queen grabs a large piece of metal, tossing it at Miarayankna, who melts it into molten steel. What better way to bring Shira here if to see her eldest and wife fight to the death. Adora and the others aboard Mara's ship get ready to board the Horde flagship, as they are now there. At last, Shira could save her family and best friend. Stay hidden. Wait for my signal. Adora tells the other princesses in the ship to remain silent and hidden to avoid detection from the clones. So you finally come to face me, Rebel Leader. Your wife and daughter have been expecting you. Prime looks at Adora as she stands before him, anger on her face. Where are they? Adora growls slowly as she looks at the green-eyed freak of nature. Right here. Come, little sisters, it is time to stop playing and meet with our guest. Prime snaps his fingers, causing the bloody battle to end in a flash. Yes, master. Miariankana bows, stepping from the shadows, her back bloody, along with a broken nose from where her mother, Ketra, had attacked her. Yes, Horde Prime. Hello, Adora. Ketra smiles as if she had done nothing wrong. Let them go. Adora glares at Prime. All in due time. But first you will give me Shira. Prime looks at Adora with a sinister smile. But I will leave you to have your little family chat. It seems there is a lot of hidden secrets between you three. Come, Astra. Your mother awaits. Adora looks at her wife and daughter, sadness in her eyes. Ketra, you have to fight it. Mariokna, you too, I love you both. You are mistaken, Mum. I am at peace, though my pain was great, my rage mighty. I do not suffer any longer. Mariokna readies her claws, changing her robotic arm into a ray gun to fire at Shira. You let Shadow Weaver hurt our daughter, Adora. Now it is time we settle this pain with peace and righteousness in the name of Horde Prime. Ketra jumps onto her wife's back, clawing it, Adora holding her by the arms to try to throw her off. It was 2-on-1, but Adora slams her wife, knocking her chip. But Prime intervenes as he takes a hold of Ketra. She felt great pain and anger for these many years. Poor thing, you should have known how she suffered, all because of you. I could take this worthless creature to be my new vessel, but she wouldn't last me long. It is a pity that some creatures only deserve destruction. Ketra screams as she is shocked. Not soon after, Miariankna fires her weapon at her mother, Adora. Adora limps as she throws Miariankna down to damage her chip as well. The Flame Princess meeting the same fate as her mother, Ketra. Both felines become motionless as they fall down a great height, landing with a loud thud. Adora jumps down, her anger bringing out the mighty Shira. Miariankna lays facing opposite of her mother, the queen. Ketra wasn't breathing. Adora cries for her wife. Choose wisely, or they both die. Prime speaks through the ship interface. No, I will save them both and stop you for good. Adora hisses at the alien who has caused her so much grief. I sincerely doubt that. You are but one warrior of who you call the first ones. I haven't seen a face like yours in 1,000 years. Pity we didn't get the chance to meet sooner. Prime mocks the first one warrior princess. You are going home. You aren't doing this. We will be together. Shira heals her wife, Ketra. In turn, begins to breathe shallow breaths. You promise? Ketra smiles weakly as she opens her eyes. You are my wife, my best friend, and the mother to 3 amazing children. I don't know what I would do without you. Adora smiles softly, kissing her wife, but Ketra takes notice that her daughter is lying motionless. Miariokna! Adora, please save her. Ketra coughs before slowly trying to stand, only to fall to her knees weak. Adora nods at her wife and rushes over to the lifeless tiny form that was their daughter. For the honor of Grayskull, come on, Miariokna. You have to stay. Do it for your mother, Ketra. Do it for Half Moon. We are counting on you. You aren't done. It's time to wake up. Shira glows as she heals her daughter, bringing the flame elemental back from the brink of death. Slowly but surely, Miara Akano's chest begins to move as her lungs fill with air, the fire ruby blinking back to life at last. Hey, Mom, what's the matter? You are crying. Miaraya smiles softly, placing her robotic hand on Shira's cheek, wiping her tears away. Glimmer carries Miariakana in her arms as Adora carries her wife in her own. The four women leave the ruined ship as they go aboard Mara's, while the chips remain in both Ketra's and Miariakana Meow Meow's necks. They were damaged, though Prime could see both felines from the hive mind. Astra, his daughter, would come from Miariakana sooner than either of them had hoped.